Hello everyone, I'm Tanya Stevenson with the Burke County Chamber of Commerce. And you know, we have such a diverse membership in our chamber, and today we get to talk to one of our great members, A Caring Alternative. We have with us ʀᴇᴘᴏsᴛ, who is owner and president and CEO of A Caring Alternative. And with today's climate, we thought it would be great to learn more about mental health and what it's doing to our society. And so we are so excited to spend some time with ʀᴇᴘᴏsᴛ and learn about some mental health issues. So ʀᴇᴘᴏsᴛ, would you like to start with us by telling us a little bit more about A Caring Alternative and how it all started?
Certainly will. Thank you, Tanya, for being here and for giving me the opportunity to be able to speak to you today. So A Caring Alternative has been around since 2006, and we were founded upon the basis that people who need access to mental health services should have the access in the community. And you know, it's kind of challenging for people to actually get the services they need. Once they overcome the stigma of mental health, then you have the challenge of trying to find an appointment availability. And so we believe that our staff, whenever they truly care, they go the extra mile, and we have staff that genuinely do every day. And that's what makes the difference in the people, especially in this county and other counties that we serve.
Right. Well, you certainly are a blessing to our county, and we're grateful to have you. And I know you do serve in the greater region, and we appreciate all you do for our county. Tell us a little bit about how many adults and youth are there that suffer from mental health issues?
Well, and again, I wish I had more Burke County specific information, but at this point we're looking at more national statistics. And so in 2019, 20% of adults experienced a mental illness, and that's equivalent to nearly 50 million Americans.
Wow.
Over 2.5 million youth in the United States have severe depression, and which is kind of scary. I mean, I've got a teenage son, and 4.58% of adults report having serious thoughts of suicide, and that's an increase of almost 700,000 people from the last year.
That's really sad.
It is sad.
And that was from 2019.
Yes.
So here we are in 2022, which I'm sure
In the pandemic.
with the pandemic and everything we've seen over the last few years, those numbers probably have increased.
Have increased very much.
Probably
so.
dramatically
That's
too.
right.
Very sad to think. And so much of mental illness ties in with substance use.
Yes, it
Can
does.
you talk a little bit about how many adults and youth are suffering some substance use?
And again, these are national statistics that were several years ago. So 8% of the United States adults right now have a pretty serious substance abuse issue, as well as 4% of youth within our community. That does seem a little low, but it's still a matter of understanding what the disorder is and catching it and trying to identify resources and the supports that are needed. And so one of the things that my company has done is we have addressed the mental health needs, and primarily that is what we do, is those coming in with mental health issues, we treat that primarily. But those who also have co-occurring substance use disorder or potential risk for developing that, we also try to help catch that at an early phase, and so that we can provide the resources that are needed. And of course, you get into a lot of things that happen because you want to make sure that individual is motivated to receive the help and treatment that they're needing. But so we address those, and the stats, while they seem low, we see it increasing, and we know that it has since 2019, certainly, given the things that have happened, especially even within this county, when we're looking at youth and more people that are in need of help.
Right. It's just sad some of the people are living through these days.
Yes.
And not just these days, but forever in history.
Right.
So we're so thankful we have A Caring Alternative to help. Tell me a little bit about how many adults and youth have access to mental health care. I'm sure that probably doesn't necessarily match up with the number of people who have mental
That's
health
right.
issues.
Well, there's a mental health stigma, and that stigma has to be, and it has been reduced, but it has to continuously be reduced because people who need help need access to care, and they need to realize they need help. Right now, over 27 million adults in the United States are going untreated for mental health issues.
Wow.
Those are the ones that it's unfortunate because they're just suffering with conditions that could be, resolved.
Right.
And over 60% of youth with major depression do not receive any treatment. And that's where you have to look for, additional risk factors for what are they going to do, how are they going to deal with that. Nationally, fewer than 1 in 3 youth with severe depression receive consistent mental health care treatment, which is pretty alarming given the fact that you have a genuine need for services and they need to be treated, but they don't realize they need to be treated. They don't realize the severity of it, maybe even what they're going through.
Right.
And that's where education comes in. A very important component of mental health is education to the community. And so Mental Health Awareness Month was the month of May, and which now we're in July. Months fly by, but it is something that's very important to us to make that awareness campaign well known to people. It's okay to not be okay, and we have videos that we've rolled out throughout the month of May that had that on there. It's okay to not be okay, and to say that you do need help.
Right.
And it's a big factor.
Big part of what we're doing today is we want people to know that not just if you're suffering in some way, but to know that there's a place that you can call and a place that you can come.
That's right.
So tell me a little bit more about all the services that you offer here at a Caring Alternative.
We provide a lot of services. One of the things I think would be important for the community is to know that we have an open access model, which means that you're able to walk in and be treated, and that is, of course, there's various things that come into play. We want to make sure that we have the capacity to do that, but we have open access 2 days a week, and you don't necessarily need to make an appointment, and so that's part of what we do. We also have enhanced services, which are, there's a wide array of services, and without listing them all, I can tell you that we do everything from hospital discharge planning for people who have been inpatient in a psychiatric hospitalization, coming back out into the community, to intensive in-home services, which go into the home, and it's working with the family and the child to keep them in the home, for kids that are at risk for losing their home placement. We also do therapeutic foster care. We do a service that is very intense, and it's kind of known as the Hospital Without Walls, but it's the Assertive Community Treatment Team. It's called ACT. We've got some great teams out there serving Burke, ʀᴇᴏsᴛ, and the local counties. We also do community support team, and there's a variety of services designed to help keep individuals independent in the community with their natural supports, with their families in place. So again, I could list all the services, but there's a lot to list.
Yeah.
But we do provide the outpatient services, which if you just need help today, you're needing help because of depression or anxiety, you come on in and we'll get you that help. And so, then there's more intensive services that build up from there based upon the acuity.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
Such a need in our community, not just our community, but as you said, surrounding counties that you serve as well. So we're so grateful to have you here. Lastly, if someone is watching this and either they themselves need some help, or if they know of a friend or relative, teenager, how can they learn more about a Caring Alternative and all the services that you offer?
Absolutely. Visit our website, which has been new and improved and revamped, hopefully to line up all of the services to answer a lot of the questions. But it's at www.caringalternative.com. Our main office number is also 828-437-3000. We have an access to care coordinator who's there, who's ready to try to make sure people get linked with services. So if you call 437-3000, certainly walk through that process to try to get access to care. Again, our open access clinic is available, and our corporate office is located at 301 East Meeting Street in Morganton, North Carolina. We call it the One North Hope Building. So that's where we are. We also have facilities located in McDowell County, and there's an open access model there as well on Highway 220. So, but our main office is here in Morganton.
And this building is a symbol of hope when you walk in. You walk in the front doors, it's calming and beautiful, and just it just makes you feel like you're at the right place to get the right kind of help. So please, we can't express enough the need of let your people know if you know somebody who needs help, if anybody's giving off the vibes, whatever it might be, we want them to get the help.
That's right.
Here from Milena and her awesome team at A Caring Alternative. Thank you, Milena, for being with us today.
I appreciate your time.
Yes, we're excited to tell everybody about A Caring Alternative and let people know that there's help where they need it.
Look for the Fountain of Hope in the front of the building.
The Fountain of Hope, and it is beautiful, beautiful blue water coming out
Blue
of
water.
it. So look for that. Thank you all for being with us today. Again, A Caring Alternative, you can find them at caringalternative.com or 437-3000. Please, if you need help or if anyone you know needs help, contact A Caring Alternative and let them give you the help that you need. Thank you for joining us today.